Welcome back. Today's going to be a basic user guide on how to use an Amazon Fire tablet. If you're a more advanced user, you might not get a whole lot out of this particular tutorial. Going to touch on the main functions of this device and some of the most common applications that you have access to. So starting off here, how do you use this device in terms of scrolling around and finding what you're looking for? It's going to be very similar to what you have on a smartphone device. At this day and age, most people have probably used a touch screen, particularly with their smartphone, so you can just drag your finger up and down to move through the pages and also left and right to scroll between the different tabs. In terms of those different tabs, you can see up here at the top of the screen, you have home, books, video, games, shop, apps, music, all this other stuff. Really, you are only going to need the home page for all intents and purposes. I've been using this device for quite a while, and I rarely ever go into those other tabs because on your home page, you have all of your applications listed out very nice and easy to see. You just click on the application you want to use, and then you just go ahead and use it. So again, you don't really need to use those other tabs. Perhaps once you get a little bit more comfortable with the device and you want to explore those different tabs, you can go ahead and do that. But again, the home page is going to be your main hub and where you're at most of the time when you're using this device to find the different content that you want to access. So the next thing I want to talk about are the functionality of these three buttons at the bottom of the screen. You have a triangle pointing to the left, a circle in the middle, as well as a square over there on the right. The triangle pointing to the left is going to be the back button. It's going to get you to the previous page that you were on, and you can click it multiple times to move back multiple pages. The circle in the middle is going to get you to the page that I'm currently on, the home page. So if you ever find yourself lost or you're just wanting to get back to the home page, go ahead and click that circle in the middle, and it's going to take you right back here to the home page. And then the square over on the right-hand side, if we click on that, it's going to open up all of the apps that I've been using on the device. Find whatever app you want to go to, and just click on it. I'll click on my Silk browser here, and then it's going to open it up. And again, to get back to the home screen, just click that little circle there in the middle. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is being connected to the internet. That's very important in terms of using these different applications. So if you look up in the right-hand corner, you can see there's a clock over on the right-hand side, and then how much battery power you have left. And then next to that is going to be your wireless internet connection. I'm currently at full bars, so I have a really solid internet connection to my router. To make sure that you're connected to your specific router, you just put your finger up at the top of the screen and drag down. That's going to bring down this quick settings option. You can see Frontier 22 is the name of my router, and I'm connected to that. If you just want to click on that, if you're not connected, obviously, and see all of the different wireless routers in your area. If you don't see your router come up on this screen, you can also just click More Settings, and that will bring up all of the wireless routers in your area. Find your specific wireless router, click on it, type in your password, click connect, and that should connect you up to the internet. And once you're connected to the internet, now you have access to all of the main functions of your Fire tablet. So I have a list here of different applications that I just want to touch on as being the most important to use. And to start off here, if you want to web browse, so going to youtube.com, facebook.com, reddit.com, google.com, wherever you want to go on the internet, you're going to just click that Silk browser here. And once you click the Silk browser, it's going to take you to your browser options. And up in the top bar, you just go ahead and type in either a web address like youtube.com, or you can use it as a search engine. Just type in YouTube. And then over on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see a little orange arrow with a circle around it. Just tap on that, and that's going to take you through Bing search for YouTube. And then obviously youtube.com is the first option there. So you can just click on that to utilize that particular website. And again, you can use this with any different website that you want to go to. Very simple stuff. So now we're going to go back to the home page. So we're going to click on that circle button. The next thing I want to talk about is utilizing the Amazon Appstore. It's kind of like the Google Play Store, but specifically made for Amazon. It's going to be this little icon right here. And once we click on the App Store, it's going to take us to the app shop. Most apps that you're going to use are free to download and use. There's a bunch of different categories. Up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little magnifying glass. That's going to be your search if you want to search for a specific application. So let's say we want to look for Reddit. So we just start typing Reddit and it shows up right there. We click on it and it'll take us to the Reddit installation page. I've already installed Reddit, so it says open there instead of get. If you haven't installed the app, it'll say get where it currently says open on my screen over on the right-hand side. Now I'm going to go back to the home page of the App Store. And then in the upper left-hand corner, you see those 3 horizontal bars. You click on that, and it'll show you your different settings for the App Store. We don't really need to worry about that at this point. Going over to categories, which is on the left-hand side there, just click on categories, and then it's going to show you all the different application categories that you can search through. So let's say we want to look through music and audio, and then it's going to pop up the most common downloaded music applications, so Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of these different things. Let's say you want to install Spotify Music. You just click on that, and then you click Get over there on the right-hand side of the screen, and that will download Spotify Music. And then you might be wondering, well, where does it go on my device after I install it? So we'll go back to the home screen, and then you're going to want to scroll down to the bottom of your home screen, and whatever application you downloaded most recently is going to show up at the end of this list here on your home page. All right, so that's how you use the App Store. Again, very important to learn your way around the App Store because that's where you're going to be able to download all the different content that you might want to access, things like Netflix, different games, magazines, books, songs, music, all that other stuff you're going to find in the App Store. The next thing I want to touch on is email. You can set up email on your Fire tablet, and I use the Outlook application, which I'll drag around the screen here. You don't have to use Outlook. You're going to have to download that in the App Store. Amazon also gives you their dedicated email application right here that I'm moving around on the screen. If you just want to launch that, you can, and then just enter in the email address that you want to sync up with your Fire tablet and just go through that particular process of setting up your email account. And I'm going to go back to the home page. Another thing that you can do, depending on which Fire tablet that you get, you can take pictures as well as record video. I have that function on the Fire HD 10, which is the particular tablet that I'm using. You can see this camera option right here. It's not a very good camera. At least it gives you the option. This is a pretty budget-friendly tablet, so I don't expect it to be great quality. But if you want to take pictures, then you just go ahead and click camera. And then if you want to shop on Amazon, you can do that by going down here to where you have your little shop Amazon icon. And when you click on that, it's just going to be like shopping at Amazon.com. For the most part, you can just go ahead and search for whatever you're looking for and purchase items through that Amazon shop application. And then the last thing I want to talk about with this device in terms of its main functionality is being able to use Alexa voice. Now, depending on what tablet you get, you might not have access to Alexa, but again, if you do have one that's enabled with Alexa, we're going to drag down the quick settings here from the top of the screen, and you can see that Alexa hands-free option there. I currently have it turned off. If you have it turned off, it's just going to save you a little bit of battery, but you can have it on. It's not going to drain too much of your battery, and it's kind of nice to have. Then you can just say the Alexa command, and then it'll listen to whatever you want to ask it. Maybe you want to know what the weather is, what the time is. Maybe you want to set a timer. You know, any random thing that you want to ask it, like who was the first president of the United States, which country has the largest population. I mean, you can really ask it whatever you want in it. For the most part, we'll be able to respond to whatever questions that you have. So if you want to turn on Alexa hands-free, you just tap on that icon, and then it'll show you that it's on. If we go back to the home page, with Alexa on, when you say Alexa's name, you can see it'll show up with that blue screen line across the bottom, and then it's listening to whatever you want to ask it. And if you want it to stop listening, you just say stop, and then it'll turn off. And again, you can ask it a bunch of different questions. I went over a handful of things that you can ask it, but it's really convenient and nice in terms of just getting simple answers to things that you might have questions about. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. I touched on web browsing, how to use the App Store, the email option you have. You have a camera. You can shop on the Amazon shop. You can set up Alexa. And it's just an endless number of different things that you can do on these Fire tablets. As you can see on my screen, I have a whole bunch of different things that I've downloaded here that I use and have access to. And I have a bunch of different videos on how you can go about using some of the different functions on this device that perhaps I didn't touch in this video. So thanks for stopping on in. Subscribe for more, and I hope to see you guys back here for future videos.